My people, them say everything that has a beginning certainly has an end, and that most times we don't like the end that these things come with, because even the attitude and characters we get to portray, they have never ever been good. So what will make a end so good for us? So right now, though, what's making me say all of these things is the fact that Olori Miriam has actually dragged herself down into the mud. She has done every single thing that would jeopardize herself with her own hands. She has made sure that she has ruined her reputation. She has destroyed the little respect that people have for her. She has even made the Oni lose trust in her. Remember those days that the Oni used to run business, go for different kind of things with Olori Miriam, and from there it was quite amazing and it was so interesting. But right now it is not something that one can actually talk of, because Miriam have done a lot of things that have made a table turn for her. So you will hear them complaining of, and why is it always Olori Naomi? Every royal event in the palace, it is Naomi. If it is not Naomi, then no other person. Because when they only spoke of going to the royal gala event in Lagos with Olori Naomi, later on, it was just Naomi representing the Oni. Later on, he said he was going for that event with Olori Naomi, and after that, they were going to schedule their vacation. All of these Olori, even the ones that were sleeping, had to wake up at that point and drag every single thing. And the person who this matter was so annoying to more was Toby Phillips and Miriam. Now that's to tell you how every single thing that happens in the palace, Miriam is always on the top and forefront of it. Miriam is always in the forefront of these matters. There is nothing that Miriam doesn't do. There is nothing that Miriam doesn't get involved with once it has to do with the palace. And gradually, it begins to be a thing of concern to everyone, to everybody who is in that palace or who is listening or following this palace matter, because Miriam cannot fool people. Yes, and then right now it is beginning to cage up with her. Yes, it is beginning to cage up with her, but trust me, she will say that it is Olori Naomi again. That is what we keep hearing on daily basis. Olori Naomi this, Olori Naomi that. That's what they keep telling us every single day. So today, what exactly is happening that is making me say all of these things? The Oni is beginning to dish it out for all of these women, everybody concerned. The one is dishing it water for the person. He's not even taking sides with anyone at all. If you do them, you go collect them. That is a new vibe that the Oni has brought for these women in the palace as it stands right now, and it is beginning to be no funny thing at all. Yes, it is beginning to be no funny thing at all. So right now, the matter where they ground, where all of us they follow see like so, is a public order. Yes, publicly. Only no even hide them. He just give them publicly. Say make Miriam no show her face ever again for inside the palace. Anything concerning the palace like this, they no one see Miriam for inside the palace ever again. Make she no carry her face show. Now you might be wondering that what did Miriam do to warrant the Oni say all of these things? Miriam, some days ago, her driver came out stating a lot of things that Miriam has in plan and stock up to do. To Olori Naomi, so the Olori Naomi should better wisen up and not be a fool to Miriam coming out all of a sudden to show care and affection. All of a sudden it will not work because she has so many bad things in stock. And then we're thinking that is just it. The maid who cleans Miriam's room found a pot with people's pictures in it. Supposedly, they did not agree to expose the pictures that were in that pot, but for only not finding it funny, then it should be that someone like Naomi or Tadeneka or the person's picture was definitely found in that pot. And right now, they went to a royal event at the conference where Olori Naomi was given a new title, a new royal title. A juju fell off from Miriam's bag. So it's beginning to be so many things happening at a stretch for her. People exposing her and then she deliberately exposing herself. Yes, we'll call it deliberate because Olori Miriam is not foolish. Neither is she stupid. Miriam knows exactly what she's doing. So Miriam would not deliberately carry juju in her bag to go to such a royal event that you are prone to open your bag at any time and bring something out of it, and then it will fall off. So right now it is beginning to be like she did that by mistake, but the mistake has finally caught up with her, as the Oni is not taking it lightly at any point at all, and she has been given an order not to ever show her face in the palace again. We were not all expecting it to get to this point, despite the fact that they only have always talked of these women leaving the palace, and he has done every single thing humanly possible that these women gets to leave the palace. Yes, but we were not expecting it in this dimension or this direction yet. But Miriam has already drawn her own curtain. Yes, Miriam has already done things that would warrant her to leave the palace. Miriam has already pulled people she should not pull down with her. Miriam has already gotten a lot of persons she should have tried to avoid into her own case. So as it is right now, whatsoever happens with Miriam, it is what she brought upon herself. Remember when Olori Naomi told Olori Aderonke that, you see, these things you have done, they will pass away. But there is one thing about life. One thing about life is that the consequence of the things you have created for yourself, they would always remain there. They would always be there. And you would face them one after the other. Like, there is no jumping in life. There is no escape route. You would face all of those things, and that is what is happening to Miriam right now. Miriam is facing the consequence of the things she has created for herself. Miriam is facing all the things that she could not avoid, all those things she felt, hey, I will fight it, I will do this one, I will do that one. Miriam is facing it, and as long as it continues like this, Miriam will not even have peace of mind even if she remains in the palace, because right now the only has given an order, but what do we know? They always scale through in one way or the other. They always have means of surviving every single thing that is being thrown at them. So waiting, what exactly will she not survive? So right now, no, na so the matter can't take be. Miriam has received it from the owner this time around, and we know how she does her thing. When stuff like this comes, she will pretend like she did not even hear it. She will just go off for some time and then come back very, very fully prepared for whosoever is in the palace that she will give back to back. So we don't know if that strategy will still work for her. All those days that she sent people after Naomi, then stayed off the palace, came back, and all of those things. We don't know if that strategy will still work for her. But if it works for her, fine. If it doesn't, she has brought her hand upon herself. Yes, she has brought her hand upon herself. So right now, na so the matter can't take be. And so this whole palace matter, it can't take be. And as it can't be like so, any single thing at all that happens to Olori Miriam, it is the consequence of the things she has created for herself. Nobody is after Miriam. Nobody is dragging anything with Miriam. Miriam is just dragging every single thing with her own self. And we don't know how long she will continue with this. We don't know how long she will keep on doing this, and we don't even know how long Miriam will be persistent on this. But no matter what happens, Miriam has dragged her own self into the mud. Yes, she has dragged her own self into the mud, and nothing will be her rescue point. It is just her and herself.